Mm-hmm. Gary's thinking about coming out here and camping. The Game and Fish stock some of these ponds out here with trout, and this one isn't actually circled on my map as being one of them, but there's another one close by that the Game and Fish did circle, and I think they made an error. I don't think that other reservoir has fish, but you never know. Looks like there's bugs swarming that water. I bet you they're dragonflies. Yeah, dragonflies. They can get really thick out here. This may or may not be Bypass Reservoir. If this one isn't, the other one is. Oh, I see some fish rising. I think those are fish out there rising, coming after those dragonflies. Yeah, those I think those got to be fish, right? Or they're dragonflies in the water. Maybe those are just God, they look too big to be the dragonflies, though, don't they? That's almost what it looks like. I think it's just a damn dragonfly swimming. I thought it was fish rising. I don't know. Yeah, that might just be the dragonflies getting in the water. Yeah, I don't. Do they? Could be then. Yeah, I got excited. I thought it was fish. So you could
park the camper in there.
Yeah, you could turn around on a swing as long as it's not muddy. Yeah, that shouldn't bother you. BLM road here. Goes back into a little oil field. You will occasionally meet an oil tanker truck going in and out. There's even a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign down here. County roads, the road grader does a real good job of banking all the curves. So if you're not paying much attention and you're hauling butt down the road and all of a sudden you get to a curve, you got a pretty good chance of getting around it because they have banked her pretty good. Like this little turn here, it's got a good bank to it. BLM, they don't do that very often on their roads. But the county roads sure do. Some of these oil field guys will blast down these smooth county roads at 60, 70 miles an hour. Get their big Ram Cummins pickup cranked up and rolling. Cows have moved into this area since we came in this morning. I imagine they're working their way down to that reservoir that we just left. There's your speed limit sign. Pretty nice day. We're getting a little bit of breeze now, building as the day goes on here out of the east, which is not the normal wind direction. Usually we get southwest is our prevailing wind, but in the summer we can get a lot of east wind. And you almost virtually never ever get through a day without the wind coming up some at some point. A lot of times we get steady 20-mile-an-hour winds with gusts to 35 or 40 or 45. And then you get into the high wind warning days where you're getting steady 30 to 35 with gusts up to 70. And it can do that for days on end. So that's one of the only drawbacks to living here is the incessant wind. That and drought. That's about all we got to worry about here. We don't get very many tornadoes. Did get some hail at my house the other day. First good hailstorm I've seen in a few years. Thunderstorm season is just now starting. Usually in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock, thunderstorms will start rolling through. But super nice day out here. I think we're probably done. I think we're going to load up and head back to town. I'm getting a little weary. My hands and wrists are, they're beat up from 35 years of mechanicking. So a couple of surgeries on the left hand, so they kind of start cramping up and stuff and get painful. And a lot of it is I have a tendency to grip the handlebars a little too much. But you kind of got to grip the throttle. rather come out here and cruise around on a road like this than cruise around town. I kind of did a lot of that when I first got the bike, but once the new wore off, I'd kind of find it, I just use it for transportation. I don't go for rides to speak of in town anymore. Plus, car drivers in town are not always very attentive when it comes to motorcycles. We just had a motorcyclist killed here a couple weeks ago, so there's always that to think about. I had a guy riding in my blind spot in a 4-lane street the other day. He got into that blind spot and he absolutely stayed there for block after block after block after block. And I had kind of forgot about him, and I went to change into his lane. And as I always do, I kind of made dang sure there wasn't anything in the blind spot. And there he was. And I kind of went, oh boy. So I was so glad I looked, because I'd have just pulled right over the top of that poor guy. He was kind of a newbie, I think. Okay, we're back at the truck. We will stop this video. Hopefully I'll get some good footage to post. So, thanks for watching. Bye.